Welcome back to Sport on 7. We're getting through 30 minutes of sport and there is plenty to squeeze in. Part 1, of course, talking about Sir Alex Ferguson's retirement at Manchester United. It has been a very emotional couple of weeks for Man United fans. We'll bring you more on that with a Manchester United fan later on Sport on 7. UAE rugby now, though. They're not having the best of times in the Asian Five Nations. Another defeat, this time against the dominant force of Japan at the Seven Stadium on Friday, meant they have now suffered 3 defeats in 3 games in this year's championships. It means they will have to win their last game of this season's Asian Five Nations to avoid relegation. They'll face the Philippines, who also have a poor record in the competition. At the weekend, we spoke to UAE captain Ranier Els and UAE head coach Duncan Hall after their 3rd defeat in 3 games.
I think it was a very good effort from the UAE side. I'm very pleased with the performance they put in. It's hard to think for yourself that coming off the field after being beaten 93-3 to still be positive, but it is the best performance we've put in against Japan in the last 3 years. 3 points is more than what Hong Kong was able to put on the scoreboard, so we're pleased with that, yes. I think, defence. We worked really hard in defence. The guys showed a lot of character to go out for full 80 minutes. It's not easy when you get so many tries scored against you, and you have to show some sort of character to come back after kickoff. Japan's a professional outfit. We know how they train out there. Even we've heard stories of ex-international players from South Africa and Australia going to Japan to play club rugby and then coming back saying that they are in the best condition of their life after a season in Japan. So they train very hard, and I think it showed tonight that Japan was a fitter team than us.
Overall, it's a great team effort. I appreciate the scoreboard doesn't actually suggest that. However, Japan are one of the top 16 in the world. We've improved a lot over the season, and that's what we want to keep doing with small improvements. Well, firstly, to recover. I mean, we want to check injuries and that. We've still got our regular 2 sessions a week. We don't have any more luxuries, with time together. And then we'll travel Thursday. Well, they're very different games, So one of the biggest challenges for us is the humidity. It's very, very, it's hot here, but it's dry. The ball's going to be very slippery next week, so I'm not sure how we overcome that one or practice for it, but I'll read a few books over the weekend.
So, of course, watch out for their game against the Philippines at the weekend. It really is a crunch-deciding match, isn't it? We'll, of course, bring you the update on that on Sport on 7 next week. Some may think that it will be a quiet summer of sport, but you can think again, especially if you are a cricket fan. The ICC Cricket Academy at Dubai Sports City have announced plans of a midnight league to be staged indoors. At just 4,000 dirhams per team, you can enter and be guaranteed at least 7 games of cricket. I spoke to Mudassar Nazar, the former Pakistan cricket coach and now head coach at the ICC Academy here in Dubai, about the summer and possible test matches on the horizon for Pakistan in Dubai.
These tournaments, it's going to be a fantastic opportunity for cricketers to come and compete. Start slightly later than the normal tournaments we've run, but then we are catering for people who can't afford to come any earlier. Plus, having had the experience of India, Pakistan, I don't think any of the cricketers from this part of the world ever sleep. They love playing cricket at night and then wake up in the morning and go to the office. So it gives them an opportunity. I know some of the youngsters who've come to our programs, even they are looking forward to these tournaments.
You mentioned there that whenever they can, they'll play cricket. You can drive around Dubai in the middle of the night and see people playing cricket. So this is the perfect scenario for them late in the evening to get going. And also, they won't just be playing one match, because when you sign up, you've got at least 7 matches that you'll be playing. Yeah,
it gives you an extended run. And if you've got, let's say, 14 players in a team, everybody gets a decent go. And it is a proper tournament. It's not just one-off game and then you forget about it. You get very competitive teams taking part in this tournament. And I know some of them are actually flying players from abroad, from India, Pakistan, Sri Lanka. So it's always nail-biting stuff.
So many great cricketing nations around where we are. I guess that's why Dubai is so kind of well located for the game of cricket, isn't it? And the ICC are now based here, but it's exactly for that reason. So many people are within just a couple of hours away to get here and play their cricket here.
That's right. It's so central. and easier to get to. And I can tell you, but 30 years ago, it was the first time I came to this part of the world, and we used to play on cement pitches, and you could never think of a place like this. And it's wonderful to have a place like this, not just play matches, actually have structured cricket.
Talking of one of those big cricketing nations, of course, Pakistan base themselves here these days, and still lots of big test matches for them to come in Dubai, hopefully, of course, over the next year.
Yes, we have Pakistan. Hopefully we'll have playing against Sri Lanka and South Africa. And South Africa, obviously, #1 cricket nation at the moment. So it'll be a great challenge to beat them in this part of the world. And I'm sure Pakistan will be up to it, because playing in South Africa and playing in UAE, two different things altogether. Pakistan bowling attacks, especially with spin bowling as well as reverse. And then the pitches don't have that much bounce in, which will suit Pakistani batsmen. So it'll be a stiff competition, but I expect Pakistan to win that tournament.
Just a note on a Pakistani cricketing legend as well, Imran Khan, of course, involved in that nasty accident not too long ago where he fell something like 5 metres or so. Do you know how he's doing?
He's doing well. He's doing well. All the scans have been clear this morning, and I've spoken to some of our close friends who are with him at the moment, and they're very confident and hopeful they'll pull through. And knowing the man, if all the scans are clear, I can just see him jumping off the bed and running those rallies again.
Good to know Imran Khan is doing well. We wish him a speedy recovery. I also spoke to David Jenkins, the general manager at the ICC Academy at Dubai Sports City, about a busy summer ahead.
Thanks for joining me today. Obviously, it's a fantastic facility here, and it's going to be used as well over the summer for the Midnight League, which is really going to be a fantastic event for anyone who loves cricket here.
Well, that's it. It's a new concept. Every other league format that we are aware of in this region is a knockout or limited number of games, and this is a full league, full season long, if you like, period for anyone at any standard, really, to come along and play cricket within this facility specifically. So, yeah, we're excited by it, and hopefully it'll be as successful and engaging and exciting as the other two more established summer tournaments have been, the summer tournament and the indoor Ramadan tournament.
I guess it's not a difficult decision to decide to put on a tournament like the Midnight League, because you look around Dubai, you can see the passion for cricket, playing it on the streets or wherever they can. So this really harnesses that passion and talent for the game.
Absolutely, and the good thing about the likes of the Midnight League and our summer activity inside is that the timing of it is such that it is it's prohibitively warm outside. And we're one of the few facilities within the region that can offer this size of space to play such competitive tournaments, and they are competitive, and they're greatly endorsed by the corporates that play, just recreational teams, and there's nothing to stop anyone who plays on a street corner really from coming along and taking part in, albeit not the Midnight League, but actually there's the summer tournament and the Ramadan tournament are equally as attractive for any recreational cricketer. So yeah, it's exciting times.
Let's talk about those summer plans. Of course, the Midnight League is there, the tour as well, and the Ramadan tournaments. There's lots going on, but what have you got planned for this summer to make it bigger than previous years?
Obviously, the three indoor tournaments are kind of the cornerstones of our activity here. Sadly, our outside facilities are closed for maintenance and rejuvenation for a busy summer, a busy year ahead. And I guess it all then points down to our international activity, and we do have 4 international tours where our head coach is taking 4 teams to Kenya and to India. The Kenya one specifically is a really exciting opportunity. It's an international quadrangle and tri-nation tour for our under-15 and under-18 teams respectively. So it's really, really exciting, and that's a great stand. It'll be a great opportunity for our elite warriors at those 2 age groups to really encounter some world-class competition and learn and develop and grow stronger from it.
That's what it's all about, of course. Great experience for them. Back here locally, of course, Sports City, where the ICC is based, is really pushing on now, isn't it? We see that the Hesse Street Road is open, so to get here from the marina and that kind of area of town is 10 minutes or so. So this place really is starting to boom once again.
Well, it's buzzing, and it's not just cricket. Cricket's obviously one of the most popular sports within the region. That makes this facility, the utilisation of it is enormous. As a wider Dubai Sports City initiatives, you know, we're looking at the car park. It's full every day. The football academy is growing and blossoming with the recent launch of the indoor space, and obviously announcing Michel Salgado as the director of football. So, it's great to see this corner of Dubai Sports City growing. But actually, even as you cast your eyes over the ovals and over some of the car park space, you know, the cranes are moving again. There's lots of activity. The roads are busier generally. So, things are going very well. Not only in Dubai Sports City, but I think it's pan Dubai and probably pan the Middle East.
Very great to speak to you, and we'll catch up again soon.
Thank you.
Really is a great time for cricket fans here in Dubai. Dubai Sports City really coming along nicely as well. So still to come on Sport on 7. We'll catch up with Chris McCarty, a Manchester United fan, of course. We'll discuss all the local sport going on, and so much of that revolving around Manchester City at the moment. We'll bring you an update on that in just a moment. But of course, as Chris McCarty is a Manchester United fan, we'll discuss the recent developments at Old Trafford. Nice to have Ron Atkinson on the show earlier on as well. Of course, he was the man that was sacked in 1986 from Old Trafford. Manchester United replaced him with Sir Alex Ferguson 26.5 years ago. Even though I spoke to Ron before the news broke that Sir Alex Ferguson was retiring, still nice to get his thoughts on a tremendous season for United. We're back with Chris McCarty and all the local sport next on Sport on 7.